All right, friends, in this video, we're going to talk about how to create a Google Slides presentation. A Google slide is more of like what you would use on a PowerPoint slide, and you would be surprised at how many kids are familiar with Google Slides and they really love using them. So I'm going to show you how to create something like this. It takes you through different layouts, and I'll explain what we're looking at here in just a couple of minutes. So again, to create a document, I recommend you're in your Google Drive home screen. I recommend going directly into the folder where you want it to be saved. So my Google Classroom example is where I'm doing this work. I then want to create the document. So I'm going to go to New. And instead of Google Docs, which was the Word doc that we did last time, I'm going to go to Google Slides. And that's going to open up a Slides template. When it first opens up, it's going to give you different formatting options. Feel free to play around with these, but again, don't get too lost in that because that's not what's most important, and kids will be able to figure it out. Again, give it a super detailed title. So, this is my sample Screencastify slides for 325.20. And that makes it really easy for me to find. And then I'm just going to go ahead and edit my title. Maybe here I add my date and my due date so that it's really clear for students what to do. Then if I want to add more tiles or more slides into this, I've noticed that I'm on this slide. I would just go here to this plus button and it says new slide. If I just click the plus button, it's going to probably give me just any slide template it wants to. I can change this template by going to this small arrow beside the plus, and then I have a lot of options for what I want this slide to look like. Maybe instead of one big text box, I want to have two text boxes side by side or something like that, right? And so then I can go through, I can type what I want to type in the header. I can type what I want to type in the information. So I'm going to show you one that I've already done so you can get some ideas. So notice I have my cutesy title slide, tongue in cheek there. I gave an overview of what I would expect students to be able to do. And I went ahead and color coded this as well. So any slide with a blue background means that you, the student, need to type a response in that slide. And you can see that over here, I have a couple of slides that are blue because that means I want students to type in there. So I give some brief notes, right? So we're talking about remote learning versus digital learning, a Google Doc versus a Google slide. Students can read this as you would present the notes to them. And then here they have a question that they would actually need to answer. So when you drop this into your Google Classroom, like we did before, students can come in here and they'll actually be able to type their answer into this box in order to respond to you. So I have two checks for understanding that are based on my notes that I've laid out here. And then I continue with my presentation, right? So maybe I want students to create an autobiography, for example. So I explain what that is. I give them some brief instructions, and then I give them their work slide. I want them to find pictures online that they feel represent them. And so they can search for images and put that in here. Please don't sue me. We would want students to have all of the safe search image options on. Be very careful about what you assign to students. We want them to be safe and protected while they're using the internet and searching. So in order to change the background color of a slide like I did here, what I would do is I would just click on the slide I want. I would go to background and then change the color, right? So let's say I want students to type where it's green. Boom, now my slide is green. In order to get multiple boxes like I had before, here's my question box. I can change the size or type of this box. And then I can actually copy this box. So if I click on the box, I use that right click function to pull up copy. I click below anywhere in the slide below, and then I hit paste. It's going to give me another version. And then I can drag that box anywhere I want to, and I can put a line around it using this border color. so that it's really clear where I want students to